Hi, sweetie. Thanks for getting back to me so quickly. It's about an old client, a friend from Big Sur, Ed Miller. He claims it's his fault that his daughter and her mother are dead. He was driving when their car went off a cliff. And he tried to kill himself. He's been in the hospital for a week. He can't get out of bed because of vertigo, I think. Oh, and he was dehydrated. Probably because of alcohol.
Robert?
If you could, I would take care of everything. Travel expenses, hotels, fees.
Robert?
Whatever you need.
I think I remember this Ed Miller. The writer? The one it all started with? Claire Miller. I'm Dr. Lomas. Robert Kerrigan asked...
Doctor, you have no idea how grateful I am to you for bringing Ed home. It's a long drive from L.A. When will you get here?
If all goes well, early tomorrow morning. I want to get started with that immediately.
I'll be waiting for you.
A pleasure meeting you, Ed. I'm Dr. Lomas.
Doctor in what exactly? Doctor?
Bachelor's in psychology from UC Berkeley. Master's in systemic and family psychotherapy from the University of Michigan.
Why, Robert?
And
why? God.
Doctorate in clinical psychology from Stanford.
Why? I'll give you free rein over my memories, my trauma, my room, my troubles. You got 1 hour. 1.
He's lost. He knows that he'll never recover on his own, but that doesn't keep him from feeling threatened by me. Or is that just his way of asking for help?
The patient shows no signs of injury to the inner ear. This rules out any physiological cause. This could be a case of acrophobia with neurological origins in the recent traumatic episode, as you suggested.
What about his daughter and that woman? Do we know anything?
On paper, Mr. Miller has no children. As for that woman named Faye, there's nothing. However, with regards to your request to treat him outside of the hospital...
He's my patient, Doctor. No books, no remote, no tablet, no phone. How does he spend his time? When was the last time he wore them? If I had this kind of vertigo and no other choice but to walk, I'd prefer the cold floor too. Would you like to take a little walk while we chat?
And chat about what? Your knowledge of psychological violence 101? The clock is ticking, Doctor.
Sorry to insist, Dr. Leonard, but the patient's dizziness, nausea, anxiety are triggered by what exactly?
Anything, even just taking a few steps.
About that.
Straight to my troubles, huh? With all of those degrees, I'd have expected a little more psychology? Nobody's wiping my ass, if that's what you mean. I'll take nauseated over nauseous any day.
Few factors can shatter self-esteem like a lack of full autonomy regarding one's excretory system. No wonder Ed is in this state. Should we get started?
Tick-tock, Doctor.
Why do you think Robert Kerrigan asked me to see you?
Because he's loaded, feels guilty, is simply bored.
I thought you were friends.
What difference does that make?
You say it's your fault that your daughter and her mother died?
And you don't want to believe me. Of course.
There aren't any birth records connecting you to a daughter.
I hadn't acknowledged paternity yet. Everything happened so fast.
How do you feel right now?
Pretty fucking shitty. Like when some idiot comes and pours salt on your wound.
If you're only going to give me an hour, it could at least be a fruitful one.
Shitty?
Why? Why?
Because I lost a daughter? Because I killed 2 people? Because everyone treats me like I'm crazy? Because I pee in a bottle from a Dali painting? Because everything is surreal? Because of you. Does shitty work, or do you want me to keep going?
Ed, I'm here to help you.
Right. I'm sure money has nothing to do with it. How much does Robert pay you?
Convince me that this woman Faye exists.
What do you want to know?
What do you want to tell me?
It was about a year ago.